A'udzubillahi minasyaitonirrajim. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahirabbil alamin. Wassalatu wassalamu ala asyrafil anbiya wal mursalin sayyidina Muhammad wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in. Qala rabbi shrah li sadri wa yassir li amri wahlul 'uqdatam min lisani yafqahu qawli. Amma ba'd. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Let's begin our class by reciting Al-Fatihah. Alright, insyaAllah today we are going to continue discussion about Bithaman Ajil. There is another product under Islamic finance ataupun muamalat. Okay, so as usual, our inspirational quote for today is that don't worry if you are not where you want to be yet. Okay, great things take time. Okay, jangan terlalu runsing apa yang akan berlaku pada masa hadapan, dan jangan terlalu risau apa yang kita nak tak kita capai buat masa ini lagi. Because kita tak tahu apa yang terbaik untuk diri kita. Segalanya yang Allah tentukan, segalanya yang Allah aturkan, itulah yang terbaik buat masa ini. So don't worry. Great things take time. Benda yang baik memang ambil masa. Jadi just ikut flow, yakin dengan Allah dan usaha sehabis baik. Setiap hari jangan lupa berdoa dan usaha. Okay, so our topic outline for today regarding Bithaman Ajil or BBA. Kita akan lihat the definition and nature, legal evidences, pillars or components of BBA, flows, time value of money in BBA, objectives of BBA, pricing, issues related to BBA, conditions of BBA, differences between BBA and Murabahah, application of BBA, and then the conclusion. So many subtopics to be discussed, but don't worry. I divided this long lecture into two video recording. So this one is half of the lecture, and then you proceed to listen to another half of the lecture. Alright, so introduction. BBA or Bithaman Ajil is the most popular type of financing. Reference in many classical fiqh books shows that sale with a deferred kind of payment is also known as at-taqsid, that is sale with installment payment. Al-mu'ajjal, sale with deferred payment. The majallah, that is mainly Hanafi basis codification, refers to BBA as al-mu'ajjal. Another name for BBA that is called al-mu'ajjal among Hanafi's school. This term is employed in Pakistan and Bangladesh. While an-nasi'ah, sale with delayed payment, also al-ajil, deferred sale. So all of these terminologies is referring to one kind of payment, that is Bithaman Ajil. So in the Middle East, a similar practice is used the term Murabahah. However, in Malaysia, Murabahah is two different products from BBA. As what we already learned last week, what is Murabahah. So it is different from BBA. Only in the Middle East, they consider BBA is similar to Murabahah. So Bithaman Ajil or BBA house financing concept was introduced in our country by Bank Islam Malaysia Berhad upon its establishment in 1984. So the product is an alternative to the conventional housing loan offered by most conventional banks, as it is said to be Sharia compliant because this product is free from riba, gharar and maisir. So BBA then becomes the most popular type of financing by almost every Islamic bank in our country, in Malaysia. Okay. Okay, so what is actually BBA, baik Bithaman Ajil? Okay, literally baik Bithaman Ajil is deferred payment sale, while technically BBA is sale contract in which the payment of the price is deferred and payable at a certain particular time in the future. Okay, it is a sale contract, but the payment is deferred. So it is a contract whereby the commodity is delivered immediately, but the price is paid by installments. So the payment is delayed to a fixed and stipulated period of time. The selling price includes the cost price plus an agreed profit margin, which the increase depending on the length of period of payment which the deferment is agreed upon. So dia banyak mana installment bulanan itu, banyak mana profit margin itu bergantung kepada tempoh pembayaran balik yang telah dipersetujui bersama oleh kedua-dua pihak. Okay. So what is the nature of BBA? BBA is essentially to sell something with a prompt delivery of sold items to the purchaser, while the payment is postponed until a specified date in the future or through installment ataupun taksid. Okay, it is simple. BBA ni maknanya nature dia, barang itu, produk itu mesti diserahkan kepada pembeli pada waktu kontrak itu berlaku, tetapi bayaran itu ditangguhkan. Okay, ajil, okay, ditangguhkan ke tarikh yang lain in the future ataupun dibayar secara ansuran. So therefore BBA can be implicated for other sale contract, including baik musawamah and baik al-murabahah. Okay, tapi BBA tidak applicable lah untuk salam kontrak. Okay, maknanya BBA ni boleh juga digunakan ataupun diserapkan dalam baik musawamah ataupun baik murabahah. Okay. Jadi according to some writers, BBA occurs when the payment of baik al-murabahah is deferred to a certain date agreed upon by parties. Okay, remember what is murabahah? Yang mana cost plus financing kan, cost plus maknanya ada rebeh, ada keuntungan. Jadi bila digunakan dalam konteks BBA, maknanya bayaran itu dibayar secara ansuran ataupun harga tangguh. So it is also possible to say that while in bai' al-murabahah the original cost is disclosed, it may not be necessary under BBA. So kalaulah konsep murabahah itu digabungkan di dalam BBA, maka ia tidak mensyaratkan supaya original cost itu didedahkan ataupun declare. Okay, it is not necessary under BBA. Kalau dia murabahah atas murabahah sendiri, ia wajib declare. Tapi kalau baik murabahah dalam BBA, it is not necessary to declare the original cost. So in the Malaysian context, the selling price both in baik al-murabahah and BBA is based on the cost price lah. Okay. However, murabahah ni is used for short term trading, tapi while BBA is used for longer term transaction. Okay, saya betulkan ya statement yang ketiga tu. It is according to some writers. Okay, maknanya some writers kata BBA occurs bila payment of baik murabahah is deferred. Dan some writers kata it is also possible to say kalau murabahah itu dalam BBA tidak didedahkan original cost, tetapi dalam konteks Malaysia selling price sama ada dalam baik murabahah ke dalam BBA ke, dia based on cost price. Okay, so bezanya antara BBA dengan murabahah di dalam konteks Malaysian adalah murabahah is used for short term trading, tapi while BBA is used for longer term transactions. Okay, so what are the legal evidences of BBA? Okay, in general, there is no issue arise from the practice of deferring the payment of sale price ataupun BBA ini. It is reported in a hadith by a companion Jabir that the Prophet SAW bought a camel from him outside the city of Madinah, whereby the payment was settled later on in Madinah. Okay, maknanya berlaku Nabi sendiri pernah membeli unta dalam kota Madinah, tapi bayaran itu diselesaikan kemudian. Okay, so in another hadith, it was narrated by Aisyah radhiyallahu anha that the Prophet SAW bought a meal from one Yahudi with deferred payment, and he mortgaged his iron shirt which is made from iron. Okay, ni pun Nabi pernah juga membeli hidangan daripada seorang Yahudi dengan bayaran harga tangguh dengan cagaran baju besi baginda. Okay, so what are the pillars of BBA? Dia sama macam produk-produk kewangan yang lain, yang mana mesti ada contracting parties, iaitu seller and purchaser, because it is a trading. And then mesti ada product or asset, mesti ada price and consideration, and also there must be ijab and qabul or sale, okay, offer and acceptance. So the conditions for each and every pillars ni samalah, macam seller purchaser mesti berakal, baligh, okay, tidak dalam keadaan gila dan sebagainya. Syarat-syarat yang tu yang kamu dah arif tentang condition setiap pillars itu. Asset tu mestilah barang yang ada, okay, barang yang halal di sisi syarak, yang bernilai di sisi syarak dan sebagainya. Okay, ada price dan ada sirah, ijab dan qabul. Okay, so we see the flows of BBA. Okay, the bank may finance the customers who wish to acquire a given asset, but to defer the payment for the asset for a specific period or to pay by installments under the principle of baik Bithaman Ajil. Maknanya seorang customer perlukan bantuan ataupun pembiayaan kewangan untuk mendapatkan sesuatu produk atau barang, dan customer ini akan bayar kepada bank atas pembiayaan yang diberikan secara ansuran untuk tempoh yang tertentu. So the bank first determines the requirements of the customer in relation to his period and manner of repayment. Mula-mula bank akan tanyalah, bank akan tentukan, okay, selama mana pembiayaan ini akan diberikan ataupun pembiayaan ini akan diberikan kepada customer nak lama mana, dan manner of repayment macam mana, adakah nak bayar secara ansuran ataupun nak bayar macam mana. So the bank purchases the asset concern. Okay, contohnya lah, okay, saya nak beli rumah, saya pergi dekat bank, saya nak beli rumah, saya nak mohon pinjaman ataupun pembiayaan untuk membeli rumah untuk tempoh 25 tahun. So cara bayaran adalah secara ansuran bulanan. So bila saya dah melalui prosedur tersebut, bank akan beli rumah yang saya hendak tu, and then lepas bank beli, bank subsequently sells the relevant asset to me as an agreed price, which comprises actual cost of the asset to the bank and the bank's margin of profit, and allows the customer to settle the payment by installment within the period and the manner also agreed. Okay, maknanya kat sini ada elemen murabahah, yang mana actual cost dan juga margin of profit itu didisclosekan kepada saya. Okay, ada elemen murabahah. Cuma dia jadi BBA bila Bithaman Ajil dengan bayaran tangguh, dengan bayaran deferred payment, installment within the period, iaitu 25 tahun, in the manner so agreed. Kalau macam saya, kena buat potongan auto debit daripada account bank secara bulanan. That's the manner of payment that I agreed to the bank. Okay, so itulah kaedah BBA. Maknanya dalam BBA ada murabahah, okay, actual cost, margin of profit itu didedahkan kepada saya, and then I agree to the payment by installment within the period that is 35 years in the manner so agreed. Okay, so the underlying transactions of the BBA is said to be based on the concept of murabahah lah, cost plus, whereby the sales price is added up with the profit. Okay, technically this financing facility is based on the activities of selling and buying. You can see that, okay, ada elemen jual beli lah. So using this contract, the Islamic bank may finance the customer who who wishes to acquire a given asset but to defer the payment of the assets for a specific period or to pay by installment. So the asset that the customer wish to purchase, for example, are bought by the bank and sold back to the customer at an agreed price. Okay, so an agreed price will include the bank's markup profit. Okay, so once the bank and customer determine the tenure, the period, okay, the manner of the installments, then it is being concluded lah, kontrak tu dah disimpulkan. So the customer is also allowed to settle payment within a pre-agreed period in a lump sum. Okay, kalau katakan kalau saya ada duit in future, saya ada duit belum sempat habis 25 tahun pun saya nak settle awal, so itu dibenarkan. Bank akan benarkan lah, tertakluk kepada pre-agreed period. Okay, so the price at which the bank sells the property will include the actual cost of the asset and we also incorporate the bank's profit margin. Tu point dia berkenaan dengan murabahah. There is no interest charge and the extra price compensates the bank for its profit. Okay, so installment remains fixed over the period of the contract and no adjustment is made if interest rate fluctuate. Okay, walaupun kadar interest berubah-ubah, ia tidak menjejaskan dalam BBA, okay, dalam kontrak Islam, the bayaran bulanan itu remain fixed. Okay, so the fixed monthly installment are determined by the selling price, repayment period and also the percentage margin of the financing. Okay, is it clear? So time value of money in BBA, apa itu time value? Okay, question arises from the practice of increasing the price due to deferment. Okay, maksudnya adalah harga itu jadi makin tinggi disebabkan oleh berlakunya penangguhan. So the hadith did not specifically mention whether such increment is allowed on the basis of its deferment. According to majority jurists including Al-Kasani, Ibn Al-Abidin, Ibn Rushd and also An-Nawawi, increasing the price due to the deferment in the payments is permissible. Okay, because the increase is against the commodity and not against the money. Okay, hujah yang dibawa oleh Al-Kasani, Ibn Abidin, Ibn Rushd dan Nawawi mengatakan jika ada penambahan daripada harga jualan, okay, disebabkan oleh berlaku tunggakan. Okay, tunggakan maksudnya tak bayar secara bulanan sebagaimana yang dipersetujui. So adakah peningkatan itu dibenarkan? So according to majority jurists, penambahan kepada tunggakan ini dibenarkan because peningkatan harga itu adalah against the product, against the commodity, against the property, bukannya against the money. Sebab dia tak bagi kita bayar tu sebab bayar harga beli, harga rumah, bukannya bayar duit. Okay, so its permissibility is based on legal proof, nas and by the testimony of the jurists by consensus. Jurists said that the benefit gain in the salam sale transaction is the cheaper price on parts of the customer and immediate payment on part of the vendor. Okay, maknanya kita bukan kata kita beranakkan duit itu. Okay, not against the money. Okay, peningkatan itu bukan sebab duit tapi sebab nilai kepada komoditi itu. Okay, time value of money in BBA. So what are the objectives of BBA? Yang ni kita akan sambung dalam rakaman yang kedua. So stay tuned, continue listen to the second recording. Okay, that's all.